Hello, fellow book lovers. I'm Maria Garasi with the Dare to Dream team from Usborne Books and More, and I wanted to speak with you about some of my favorite books for middle school students. Middle school students can be a bit of a challenge when it comes to reading. We know research shows that children past fourth grade tend to experience a decline in interest in reading. We also know that that's partly because that's around the time when parents stop reading with their children. So please keep reading to your children, even your middle schoolers. But also middle schoolers are starting to experience lots of demands on their time, extracurricular activities, more serious schoolwork, and just developmentally they want more time with their friends. So getting them to read can be a challenge. I myself have a middle schooler, a 12-year-old boy who just started sixth grade, and I will share with you some of his favorites, but also I want to get some more girl-specific ones in there too. So let me start with the Choose Your Own Ever After series. These are fairly thick chapter books, but they have the fun. I'll show you the inside. I know it's backwards, but just so you can get a sense of the text. But these are pick-a-path type stories. This one is Make Up or Break Up, and it's about a girl named Allie and her best friend Kat. And Kat is kind of the domineering force in their friendship. As they enter into high school, however, Allie faces a few situations, and the reader gets to choose how that goes. Let me see if I can show you one of the pages. But like one example is Allie's faced with she can take an advanced Latin class, which is kind of going her own way, and she's not sure how Kat's going to respond to her doing her own thing. The other situation is Kat wants them to both try out for the school musical, and Allie's not gifted in that way, so she's trying to decide if she could go along with what Kat wants her to do or not. And also there's boy drama kind of in there, age-appropriate boy drama. But you can see there's some pages where you have to make a choice and you have to decide how the characters are going to respond. So this next series is a huge hit with late elementary and early middle school boys. It's called Conspiracy 365, and it's actually the reason why I first had my very first Usborne party, because I wanted to get this whole series for my nephew. I did get it, and he loved it, by the way. So in this book, Cal finds out his father dies, and he finds out that his father has been killed, in fact, and that the bad guys that killed his father are after him, and he has to remain safe for the next year to get sort of out of their grasp. These books are cliffhangers. Every single chapter is a cliffhanger. Every single book is a cliffhanger, and it's a 12-book series. So each book is with the name of a month. So obviously it starts with January and goes all the way through December. It was a very popular series right from the beginning, and so there is also some add-on trilogies and add-on books. But let me see if I can show you the inside of it too. Like I said, the boys tend to like this series a little more than the girls, but it's very, very exciting. I've read some of them and thoroughly enjoyed them myself. Okay, my son loves to read this series, the 100 Things to Know series. We've got 100 Things to Know about history, space, the human body, food. We have 100 Things to Know about science. And these books have kind of a floppy cover, and each page just gives an interesting fact about whatever the subject is and kind of fleshes it out a little bit and gives you a little bit of information. What I love about these books for middle schoolers is that it can be hard to get middle schoolers to talk, especially the boys. And when my son was reading through these books, he wanted to tell me about every single page as if I were reading the book. And so he would say, "Oh my God, I can't believe this. Mom, you've got to hear this." And it gave us an opportunity to interact and to share some, a laugh or some amazement about this, or even be like, "That can't be right. Let me look that up." Another similar book in that regard that really can be good to just almost put as a coffee table book is the Book of Comparisons. This is one of our new releases. As you can see, it's a large book. It's hardcover. And it's full of fun and interesting facts, but put into terms that a child can understand. So for example, when they talk about the solar system, they'll compare different parts of the solar system to fruits and vegetables so that we can see something that makes sense to us, to really give us some perspective. So here's an example. They're showing a hand. This is I'm not sure what this hand belongs to. It could be just a human hand, but they're showing you the size of these creatures relative to the human hand. So each page has a different focus. There's stuff about sports, outer space, nature, travels, like records. So these are all great for middle schoolers, again, just to get them reading and to get them talking with you. All right, thanks.